The ESL Pro League Season 17 just ended and FaZe finally closed out the initial Grand Slam. There were of course some incredible plays and amazing stories, so this is a perfect time to go through what kind of mice these pro players use at the moment. Let's start checking out the HLTV Top 10. One thing to note is that when I was recording this video, the HLTV Top 10 was not yet updated after the Pro League. And we will cover the 10 best teams right here, and also maybe some interesting ones, like for example Astralis is at least for me. Also the Furia players seem to always use some interesting gear, so let's check them out as well. But starting from the best team at the moment, then here we have G2. We will be using pro settings to check the gear of these pro players, and in G2 CSGO lineup we of course have Nico, m0NESY, hauskamies, Hunter and JKS. Let's start from JKS, and at the moment he is using the Razer DeathAdder V3 Pro, a bit of a surprise considering they are sponsored by Logitech. Then moving on to Hunter, he is using the Superlight, of course sponsored by Logitech, not a surprise at all, great mouse. hauskamies, G Pro X Superlight once more. m0NESY, I know he's using the Superlight for sure. The Nico is an interesting one, he has been switching mice quite a lot in the past. At the moment, at least pro settings lists that he is using the Superlight. I will want to confirm that because I know that he has been using the EC2 wireless from Zowie and also the XE wireless from Backseat. So let's find a new picture from him from a tournament and see what there actually is. I found one picture that quite clearly shows that at the moment he is using the G Pro X Superlight, so it seems that he has switched back to it at some point. Next up we have Heroic, and it's gonna be pretty interesting for me at least, because I only know what mouse one player is using from them for sure. So let's go check it out. Let's start from Tesses, and he seems to be using the Xtrfy M4 wireless. This is something that I want to confirm from a picture, and I also want to see if he's still using that weird grip style that he has been known to for using. I found a good picture, and it's very clear that he is still using the Xtrfy M4, and the grip style is not as weird as I remembered it to be. It's actually somewhat similar to the way that I grip the Starlight 12 Small. So he's mainly just relaxed clawing and extending his fingers right far off the front corner right here. Okay, let's move on, and next up we have Shush. He seems to be using the G Pro X Superlight. I was actually fairly convinced that he was using one already. I think that he has been on this mouse for quite a bit, no surprise there. Then you have Jabi or Yabi or however you pronounce this. He's using the Zowie EC2CB, so the EC2 wireless basically. Not really a big surprise, I think he was using the EC2B or the EC2C previously, so it makes sense that he is using the wireless EC2. Next up we have Stavn or Stone, or however you pronounce the name. I think that in the past he was also using the EC2 wired, maybe even the Superlight at some point, but now he is using the EC2 wireless. Not really a big surprise. Then moving on to Cadian. And yeah, I was pretty certain that he was using the Superlight still. He has been on that mouse for quite a while. And that's it for Heroic. Let's move on to the next team, which is going to be Na'Vi. They are also sponsored by Logitech, but let's see, it's going to be interesting if some of them have switched over from Superlight to some other brands. Perfecto is the last one, so let's start from him. Okay, so he's actually using the Backseat XE wireless. This is a little bit of a surprise to me. I also know that he has been using the Superlight for a very long time. Maybe he just wanted a change. The XE is sort of similar to the Superlight, but very different at the same time. It's nice to see that Na'Vi players are using other mice than the Superlight, because it just confirms that they are not forced to use Logitech mice, which is very, very good in my opinion. Moving on, and then next one we have NPL. I actually do not know that much about the player, but he is using the Superlight, not really a surprise. Then next up is Electronic, the in-game leader at the moment, insane player. Okay, so he is using the DeathAdder V3 Pro. I had some slight memories that he might have switched to this one, but he has been using the Superlight for a very long time as well. But yeah, nice to see again Razer for Na'Vi team. Next up we have Beat. He has been using the Superlight for quite a bit and still on the Superlight. Simple. I'm sure that he's on the Superlight still. Yes, definitely. No surprises here. Maybe the Perfecto, that was a bit of a surprise to me. For Electronic, then again, I kind of remember him switching to the Dave, so not really a surprise. Moving on to the next team, and here we have Liquid. Let's start from Nitro, and he is still using the G-Pro X Superlight. OC used the Starlight 12 for quite a while, but now he has moved on to the Superlight. Happy about that. Let's move on to Naf. Okay, so Naf is also using the XE wireless. Nice to see him switched. I think he was using the Superlight for very long. But yeah, now on VaxC. Then we have Elige. For sure using the Superlight still. He has been using it for a long time. He's also mechanically one of the better players in the CSGO Pro scene for sure. And then we have Yekindar, which is the newest addition. Insanely good player. Mechanical skills are insane for this guy. He's using the EC2C wireless. Not really a surprise at all. He was using the EC2C before this one, so just moving on to the wireless one. That's Liquid done, and then the next team is going to be Vitality. Let's start from Spinks, and he was using the G-Pro wireless for a very long time. Surprisingly, he did not switch to the Superlight, but let's see what's the situation now. And actually, he's using the DeathAdder V3 Pro, so completely went away from Logitech. Nice to see, very good mouse of course. Then we have Dapri, and he is still using the FK2 Red Edition, so still a wired mouse, still a Zowie one. Magisk, he has been using the DeathAdder V3 Pro for quite a bit and has not changed. Then Apex, I think, yeah, he also changed to the DeathAdder V3 Pro. Then Zaiwu is an interesting one because he has been switching mice a bit in the past. At the moment he's on the Zowie EC2C wireless. I also knew this already, but I suspected that he might have switched back to the DeathAdder V3 Pro. And maybe we actually want to confirm this from a picture. I found one picture, and from this one it's pretty clear from the dongle that he is using the Zowie EC2C wireless. Even from the mouse you can clearly see that it is the EC2. Quickly moving on to outsiders, no clue what mice these guys are using, so let's go check them out. Let's change it up and start from the first guy. So here we have Fame, and he's using the Superlight. Then Norbert is inactive at the moment or benched. Then we have Jame. Let's see, he's still using the DeathAdder V3 Pro. Then Kickert. He's using the VaxC XE wireless, nice to see again. Here I was blabbering on about something random, so I decided to take it out of the video, but yes, Fleet is using the GPX. Then we have Kai Ron, so the newest player, no clue what he is using. But it's the Zowie S2 Divina Blue, so basically the S2Bs. Then we have FaZe, and I'm pretty aware of what these guys are using, but let's confirm them. Let's start from Twists, and yeah, he's still using the Superlight. Then moving on to Rops, he was using the DeathAdder V3 Pro at some point for a bit, but he has moved over to the EC2C wireless. He was a long time EC2 user as well, so not really a surprise. Then next up we have Rain. Long time Superlight user, just switched over to the red color. Carrigan has been changing a little bit. Superlight, still serious mice, now the DeathAdder V3 Pro. And last up we have Brokey. He also tried the DeathAdder V3 Pro for a very small bit, but back on the Superlight for quite a while already. Next up is Complexity. No clue what these guys are using, so this is very interesting for me at least. Starting from Fang, and he's using the DeathAdder V3 Pro. Then JT is using the DeathAdder V3 Pro. Grim is actually using the VaxC XE Wireless Black. Floppy is using the Superlight, and Halzerk is using the EC2C Wireless. Not really a surprise, I know that he has been actually using the EC2C for quite a while, or EC2B actually even. Fnatic is also going to be interesting. There are some boomers here like Crims, and then some young bloods. No clue what these guys are using. Fnatic also of course has their own mouse, but let's see if they're actually using the Bolt. It seems their Valorant players are actually more popular than their CSGO ones, but let's start from Rowie. He's using the Superlight, he has been for quite a bit, I'm pretty sure. Nikodos is on the VaxC XE Wireless Black. I know that he has been also using the Superlight at some point at least. Fasher, or however you pronounce his name, is using the Superlight as well. Mezzi, VaxC XE Wireless, okay, nice. I know that he was using the Superlight and even the Fnatic Bolt at some point. Last up we have Crims, the boomer. Okay, VaxC XE Wireless, I was expecting him to be on the EC2C Wireless. But here we have, Vaxi has taken over. Now last up is Cloud9 before we check out the bonus ones. I'm pretty interested to see these. They have been using some boomer mice in the past, but let's see what they're using now. Let's start from the bottom, and here we have Buster, and he's using the Vaxi XC Wireless. Then next up we have Nafani. He has been using the Razor Viper Ultimate for a long time, but switched over to Vaxi XC Wireless. Then Exile. EC2C user for quite a bit if I recall correctly, but now on the EC2C Wireless. Then we have Hobbit. He has been using Extra 5 mice, Superlight at some point. Now on the Vaxi XC Wireless as well. And then last up we have Shiro. He has also been using Extra 5 M4 wireless, I think, or wired at some point. But he has moved over to Superlight, it seems. Then the bonus teams, and Astralis is going to be one. Very interested to see what device is using these days as he came back. And also, where is Furia? They are here. So let's check these two out now. Starting from the most interesting one, which is device. In the past, he has been using the EC1 from Zowie for a very long time, of course the wired one that I mean. But yeah, now on the Superlight, quite a big surprise, but of course very good mouse. Then we have Blame, and he is using also the Superlight he has been using for a very good long time. Xipix, then next one, I can't pronounce his name quite well, but oh yeah, also on the Superlight. Then Glaive is the last one. Deathadder V3 Pro. Not sure how long he has been using it, but yeah, of course, very good mouse. And I actually skipped Buzz for a bit, I don't know why, but yeah, he's the last one, and he has the Superlight. Very good mice all over. Then the Furia guys, and let's start from the star player aka Kaserado. He's actually using the Vaxi XC Wireless. He was using the Superlight for quite a long bit, but now on the XE Wireless. Moving on to Drop, and he is using the Superlight. Then Safi. Starlight 12, this is a bit of a surprise, but of course it's a good mouse I would even say. Then we have Art there, in-game leader. He's also on the Superlight, I think he has been on that one for quite a while. And then Yuri, their last player. He's on the EC1 wireless. This is a bit of a surprise, but I suspect that he has been using the EC1 wired for quite a while before he switched to the wireless one. Otherwise, that change does not make much sense. For example, if you was using the Superlight and switched to the EC1, that's a pretty massive change, but also nice to see some other mice than Superlight for a while. Looking at the stats, the Superlight is leading with ease as 21 players are using it in the HLTV top 10. Out of the 10 teams, the Superlight appears in 9 as Vitality is the only team where no players are using it. When we look at the full player list, there is actually an insane amount of Superlight users. So about 194, which is quite crazy. If you look at how many people are using the Zowie wireless ones, so there are 20 players using the wireless Zowies at the moment, and let's see how many of those are the EC2C. So 16 of those are the EC2C. And yeah, one EC1 wireless, and of course then we have 3 EC3C wireless ones. The Vaxi XC wireless is used by 19 players at the moment, so quite many have switched over. Let's check out the Deathadder V3 Pro still. 63 players in CSGO using that are listed on Pro settings are using the Deathadder V3 Pro, so it has a nice share, but still Superlight is absolutely dominating the CSGO scene. That's basically it for this video. Let me know if you guys ended up enjoying this one, and I will most likely then make one for Valorant and Overwatch as well. But yeah, let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed it. Have a great day, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.